Welcome everybody to Delta Dental Park, formerly known as Headlock Field. And it's a bright, sunny Tuesday afternoon here. It's against the Cheverus Stags and your Deering Rams. It should be a good one. Both teams looking to get into the win column. Both teams having a more than their share of losses in the last year and into this year. Deering squeaking out with a 6-10 record last year. They made the playoffs but lost in the first round. Cheverus, on the other hand, went 3-13 last year, so not many wins for both of these programs last year into this year. So, but the good thing is one of these teams has to win.
Well, and it's early enough in the season, where you say that a win is going to be very important. But today, you're right, a win is going to be very important, and you certainly don't want to start the season off with too many losses. And both of these are pretty proud schools and teams in the past. And, it's been a struggle, but, teams can overcome those struggles. And we'll see what happens here today.
And so Cheverus, in their last game, played Thornton Academy, and they went down 5-0 after 3 innings. Cheverus made it somewhat competitive, scoring 3 runs, but it's one of those things where if you let up runs early on in the game, it's tough to come back after being down 5-0.
Yeah, because a team can play you so differently than if it's 0-0.
And so they dropped that one 6-3. On the other hand, Deering opening up at Cheverus, or at South Portland, and they lost 6-0. Deering had 3 hits, so they were swinging the bat a little bit, but the number that I have to look at is 12 strikeouts for Deering. You're not going to get too many wins if you strike out in double digits. Sometimes you just got to put the ball in play and let the field play itself out.
Well, and as we know, with a certain team 90 miles down Route 95, who went through a period of time with double digits and strikeouts, which led to some losses. So it's on all levels, high school level and professional level. To your point, you got to cut down on the strikeouts because you can't win a ball game if you don't put the ball in play.
Yeah, so both of these teams are going to look to bounce back here in today's game. It is the home opener for Deering. We'll see if they can protect home field or if Cheverus can get on the board in the win column here on the road. It should be a fun matchup. There is also a pitching duel. It's a family affair. It's A.J. Latour on the mound for Cheverus and Tavian Latour on the mound for Deering. And so we'll see if either one gets the win today. But it will be a fun talk at the dinner table tonight. So we'll be back for the opening pitch.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask you to please rise as we honor America and those who protect her with the playing of our national anthem. third baseman.
And here we go for the start of this game. The starting lineup for Cheverus. Batting first is number 6, Jackson Holmes, playing second. Batting second, number 21 at shortstop, Nate Collins. Batting third is number 4, Reese Stamaris in center field. Fourth is number 9, Devin Kelly at first. Fifth is number 22, Liam Kelikowski catching. Batting sixth is number 1, AJ Latour on the mound. Number 7 is number 11, Matt Baker at third base. Eighth is number 7, Liam Backman in right field. And number 9, batting last, Joe Mancini in left field. And leading off is Jackson Holmes.
Jackson Holmes.
We'll see what Tavian Latour can do. 0-1 on the season, pitching in that first game. It's in there for strike 1.
Oh, that's a good start. And no shadows on the field yet.
It's low and away, 1-1 count. It's on the inside corner for strike 2.
Well, a little bit of a light tower shadow there behind home plate, but that really doesn't count.
And it's low, evening the count at 2. And it's fouled back and into the parking lot.
And they'll send someone to get that baseball because they reuse them.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And so 1 away, bringing up Nate Collins.
Well, that's a good start.
Stepping in to the lefty batter's box. It's fouled back. You don't see too many lefties here in Maine. It's curves in there, but a little high. 1-1 count.
Boy, and that was such a good pitch, too.
And trying to curve that in. It's a 2-1 count. It's a 3-1 count. So Collins, we'll see if he takes the pitch or swings. And that's a swing. It rolls to Flores, and Flores can't field it. And it's an error.
And we'll keep our eye on the runner at first.
So Reese Stamaris at the plate. It's outside for ball 1. Latour now having to pitch with a runner on. We'll see what he can do. That's on the inside. So 2-0 count. And checking on Collins. Sliding back safe. It's up high for ball 3.
Well, I'll tell you, this doesn't look like a high school strike zone so far.
And it's 4 straight pitches for a walk.
This is a pretty tight strike zone here.
The first baseman, number 9, Devin Kelly.
And that brings up Devin Kelly with 1 away. We'll see what he does. Collins on second, Cheverus at first. That one's in there for strike 1. And trying to curve it over on the inside part of the plate. It's a little inside. It's 1-1 count. And if you're Cheverus, you want to make Tavian Latour pitch. It's now a 3-1 count.
Yeah, he's after that first batter, he struggled.
That's in there for strike 2. It's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's a fly ball. Cal Day will get it. And tagging is Collins. And he advances to third on the flyout.
Well, and I'm surprised the runner on first on the throw didn't take off to second, but you don't want to be making the third out on the base paths either. So
Liam Kulikowski at the plate, and Cheverus takes off, and it's fielded by DeWeaver and fires over to first for the third out.
And I wonder if he was out at second base anyway.
Well, either way, it's an out, making 3 outs. So Deering gets out of the jam here in the top of the first. And so after half an inning complete, it's Cheverus nothing, Deering coming up. And Deering will get their at-bats here in the bottom of the first, setting their starting lineup. Batting first, number 5, Tavian Latour is pitching. Batting second, number 27, Yadier Lorda Flores at second base. Batting third, number 10, Miles Lawrence behind the plate. Batting fourth, number 22, John Beechard at third base. Batting fifth, number 1, Zeke DeWeaver at shortstop. Batting sixth, number 21, Gus Groh in right field. Batting seventh, number 6, Finn Ridge in left field. Batting 8, number 3, Cal Day in center field. And rounding things out, batting ninth, number 13, Liam Brunel at first base. And Tavian Latour stepping in to the batter's box. That's a brother versus brother here. And Tavian Latour calling time.
Oh, is he trying to ice his little brother? Let's see. Let's see if payback comes.
And it's in there for strike 1.
That's it. I'm going to strike you out, big brother.
And runs him off the plate.
Yeah. Don was thinking the same thing I was thinking. We expected that on the first pitch, not the second.
And that one's close. I think that one
had
AJ Latour was trying to curve that in, but didn't break. So it's a 2-1 count. And that one's popped up. It's AJ Latour underneath it to get the first out.
That's it. The battle goes to the Latour on the mound.
So Yadier Lorda Flores on the plate with one away. And that one's popped up and shallow left field. Joe Mancini getting the second out.
The catcher, number 10, Miles Lawrence.
So Miles Lawrence at the plate with two away. And that one's grounded in and out of the glove of Baker. Fires over, but not in time. And that's why it's called the hot corner.
Well,
the third baseman, number 22, John Bichard.
So John Bichard at the plate. First pitch is a strike.
and we'll keep our eye on the runner on first.
And that's grounded to Nate Collins. He'll scoop it up, fire over, and a reaching Devin Kelly gets the third out here in the bottom of the first. And so both teams getting at least one on, but neither team can capitalize on the base runners. And so after one complete, it's Cheverus 0, Deering 0. Here we go for the top of the second. Leading things off is A.J. Latour. So we'll get the reverse of the bottom of the first. A.J. Latour batting with Tavian Latour on the mound. And that's fouled back.
And we'll see if little brother gets the best of big brother.
That one's in there for strike two. And that one's popped up. So A.J. Latour staying alive. And a swing and a miss for strike three.
All right.
So
So
Tavian
far,
Latour said, "What? You got me out on a pop-up. I'm going to get you out with a strikeout."
yeah, that's it.
And Matt Baker at the plate in there
what
for
a
strike
pitch.
one.
Yeah, so far the bragging rights are at least I popped up and didn't strike out.
And that one's ripped into center field, and it's picked up by Calday. Baker sliding in safe with a one-out double.
All right.
Right fielder, number 7, Liam Backman.
Liam Backman at the plate. And if anything is consistent, Tavian Latour has let a base runner on after giving Cheverus a K. It's inside for ball 2.
Well, he's definitely going to have to work himself out of this one.
And that one's shallow center, Calday, and he'll get that in quickly. So 2 away now for Cheverus, and that brings up Joe Mancini.
But Cheverus is hitting the ball hard.
The left fielder, number
Fortunately on that one, it was hit at somebody.
And the wind is definitely blowing towards the outfield, so anything hit hard is going to ride the...
Oh, jeez.
And clunked him on the back.
No, I think that was a helmet.
Was that the helmet?
That was the helmet. Well, and it's a good thing that it was a breaking ball because
the Cheverus second baseman, number 6.
it might have knocked the helmet right off.
Jackson Holmes.
Well, once again, Cheverus with runners on first and second. 2 innings in a row. Or 2 runners on, I mean.
It's a foul ball, so it's an 0-2 count. Jackson Holmes' first at-bat was a strikeout, swinging.
Oof.
And that one goes over the head. It's a 1-2 count, 2 away. And that one drops in there.
Say hello to Mr. McNasty pitch. Oof.
And so that is the 3rd K so far for Tavian Latour. And once again, stranding runners is Cheverus here in the top of the 2nd. And so Deering will get a chance to potentially take the lead in the bottom of the 2nd, but after 1.5 complete, it's Cheverus 0, Deering 0. And here we go for the bottom of the 2nd. Zeke DeWeaver leading things off for Deering. It's low and outside for ball 1. That one's popped up. And it's going to drop. And a big turn from DeWeaver. It was Nate Collins covering second on that one, keeping it to a single, but a blooper into shallow right field gives Zeke DeWeaver a leadoff single.
Well, and with this wind blowing as hard as it is and the shape of this ballpark with the Expo over there, that ball could move 10, 15, 20 feet in the air easy.
And Gus Groh swing and a miss.
And we'll keep our eye on the runner on first.
Big lead for DeWeaver. And we'll slide back and just barely gets back in time. And checking on him again. That one is over the head of Groh.
Boy, that catcher, what a play. He looks like he's ready to take off.
And that one's ripped down the line, but foul. So it's a 1-2 count for Gus Groh.
Oh, so he threw over and time was still out. Oh,
that time he's, that was the probably the closest, had him leaning. A.J. LaChore. And a good pickoff move for A.J. LaChore. It's a ball, evening the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeWeaver not taking as big of a lead. And it's a swing and a miss. So 1 away for Deering.
Yeah, after almost being picked off, and the way this game looks like it's going,
Left fielder, number 6,
you need to stay on the bags.
Ridge.
So Finn Ridge at the plate. Right down the middle for strike 1. And in there for strike 2.
Beautiful pitch.
And another pickoff attempt. Deering wearing white uniforms, and the whole front of Zeke DeWeaver's uniform is full of dirt.
Yeah, he's going to be bringing a lot of that home with him.
And that one's a pickoff attempt.
I certainly hope the umpire out there is not going to throw out a shoulder anytime soon with the way he's giving the safe sign.
And in there for strike 3. So back-to-back Ks here for A.J. LaTour. It's 2 away. Cal Day at the plate.
Cal Day.
Well, and it looks like the strike zone's expanding just a hair.
And that one's... And DeWeaver getting a stolen base.
Well, finally we got something out of that. We finally got a result out of cat and mouse. The mouse won.
Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. It's a...
Oh, geez.
And Matt Baker having to eat it. It was deep into the third base side.
Well, let me just tell you, if he had realized the runner was taken off, I wonder if his play would have been just a little bit quicker. I think he was totally surprised that when he turned around to throw the ball to first base, the runner was right in front of him.
And we're going to have a mound visit for Cheverus. With runners on the corners, it's Zeke DeWeaver at third and Cal Day on at first, 2 away, with Liam Brunel at the plate, bottom of the lineup. But Deering with their best shot so far this game. Cheverus was in a similar situation in the top of the first, having 2 runners on with 2 outs. And Deering got out of that. We'll see if Cheverus can do the same here.
Yeah, you know, with what just happened at third base, I'm sure the head coach is just, you know, just be aware of where everybody is when you get the ball.
And that one's popped up. And it's going to sail into the stands.
Yeah, I didn't move the camera because I could see where that one was heading. Well, does he take off on this pitch?
Calday not with as big of a lead as DeWeaver had. And that one's popped up in play. And it was Baker diving for it.
Yeah, just not high enough for any of the three to even have a chance at that one. Well, we'll see what the batter can do with a second chance here.
It's 0-2 count. 2 outs. 2 on. And it's a dribbler back to A.J. Latour, and he'll overhand it to Devin Kelly for the third out here in the bottom of the second. Deering with their best chance comes up empty. And so after 2 complete, it's Cheverus 0, Deering 0. Here we go for the start of the third. Cheverus will bring up Nate Collins. The first pitch is way outside. Nate Collins reaching on a error by Lorda Flores, and it's a easy grounder for Tavian Latour.
So like his brother at the end of the second inning, he gets a grounder and an out, but Tavion decided to throw it underhand.
Fielder number 4, Reese Stamaris.
Reese Stamaris reaching on a walk the last time, and that's ripped into left, and it's going to go foul.
Well, I have a feeling that thing would have probably hit off the wall.
0-1 count, and that one's straightened out into left. Finn Ridge will scoop it up, and so it's a 1-out single for Reese Stamaris.
Well, he certainly put the pitcher on notice with that first swing, and answered with a base hit on the second.
So that brings up Devin Kelly. Last at bat, flew out to center field. Stamaris taking off, and it goes by both DeWeaver and Lorda Flores, and that's going to be a runner on third.
Wow. All that was just a couple of inches from being in the glove on the foot for a tag. That's how in baseball things like this can turn on just that little bit. It was a beautiful throw. It just didn't get to the glove to touch the feet of the runner.
So 0-1 count. That one barely missing the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one drops in there. Cheverus with a runner 90 feet away. That one is low and outside, evening the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Infield on the corner in, second baseman's in, shortstop's back.
That's a swing and a miss. Took some speed off of that one, and Devin Kelly out in front.
Boy, was he fooled on that pitch.
The catcher number 22, Liam Kalikowski.
And that's the 4th K so far for Tavian Latour. Liam Kalikowski at the plate. Drops in there for strike one. He grounded out to shortstop in his last at bat. That one's fouled back. Quick 0-2 count. That one's fouled into the stands. So count remains no balls, 2 strikes. That one drops in there, and it's a swing and a miss for the 5th K so far for Tavian Latour, and Cheverus strands a runner at third, and so Deering gets out of a potential lead run.
Well, and the thing, too, is that's the second time Cheverus has had a runner on third, but Tavion looks like he's got his groove on now.
And so after 2.5 complete, it's Cheverus 0, Deering 0. And here we go for the bottom of the third. Tavian Latour will lead things off for Deering. It is round 3 of the brother matchup. Last time up, Tavian popped up to his brother, and Tavian Latour calling time. This one is another pop-up. It goes a little bit further, and Jackson Holmes will get the first out.
Well, he did that pop-up a little bit further. Maybe by the third or fourth at bat, it'll be in the outfield.
So that brings up Yadier Lourdes Flores flying out to left field. That one's low for ball 1. That one's fouled. 1-1 count. Up high for ball 2. That one's popped up into the stands. So it's a 2-2 count for Lourdes Flores. That one's up high. It's now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And up high for ball 4. So a 1-out walk issued by A.J. Latour.
Well, we'll have to see if Deering can help themselves out here on a free pass.
Miles Lawrence, last time up, reached on an error. And it's another pickoff attempt. And I have to say, A.J. Latour having a great pickoff move. And that one's popped up. And shallow left field, Nate Collins calling everyone off to get the second out.
The Gearing third baseman, number 22.
So that brings up
Bishard.
John Bishard.
Keep our eye on the runner at first for you.
Up high for ball one. And it's a time by Bishard. And it's outside for ball two.
Yeah, and he seems to be struggling a little bit this bottom of the third.
That's up high for ball three, 3-0 count. We'll see if Bishard has the green light. And it doesn't matter. It's inside for ball four. So a 2-out walk, putting 2 runners on here for Deering. And it brings up Zeke DeWeaver, reaching on a single, and got all the way to third in his last at bat.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Got to have some smart base running, though.
And another ball. So 5 straight balls for, and it's going to trigger a mound visit here. And we'll take a break. And we're back. And I think that was a much needed mound visit after 5 straight balls. A little all over the place here for A.J. Latour. 2 on, 2 away. And that one was right down the middle. DeWeaver fighting that one off. Sometimes all mound visits are is to give the pitcher a little breather. Sometimes when you throw that many balls in a row, your heart rate might go up a little bit. And that one's popped up. It's going to be caught by Jackson Holmes. So all it takes is 2 pitches for A.J. Latour after that mound visit to get out of the inning. And so Deering stranding 2. And so after 3 complete, it's Cheverus 0, Deering 0. And here we go for the top of the 4th. Round 4 of the Latour matchup. A.J. Latour leading things off for Cheverus. It's up high.
I mean, so far there's no bragging rights tonight.
Yeah, both A.J. and Tavian both having great pitching, only allowing 2 hits, some errors, but it's the only numbers that matter are the runs, and it's 0-0 for both teams. Drops in there for strike 2, so fighting back, making it even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's going to force a full count on that low pitch.
He must be setting them up for something here.
And that one's drilled into right field. It is just over the line on that small sliver of field between the picnic area and the field of play.
Yeah, it's only like couple of yards, maybe at the most.
The 3-2 pitch is ripped into left field. Finn Ridge will track it down and gets the out. So one away here for Cheverus, and that's going to bring up Matt Baker.
I wonder as he ran by his brother if there was any whispered words to each other.
Matt Baker getting a double on his last at-bat. It's ball one on the first pitch. That one
Ooh,
just on the inside of the plate.
that was a delayed call by a smidge. Oh, ones were wild. First one of the season. Batter 11, ball one, strike one, one out.
And it's a pop-up. It's going to be Lawrence. No, it was Tavian Latour calling him off. That thing was in foul territory, and that drifted into the field of play.
I mean, the way that ball went up, it almost looked like it was going to get into the stands. You're right. But that wind is wailing out to center field.
So it's going to bring up Liam Backman. Flew out to center field last time up. Takes a curveball over the plate for strike one. Up high. It's a 1-1 count. Tavian Latour now in a rhythm here. It's in there for strike two.
Yeah, you're right. The way he's pitching, if Darren can get one run across the board.
And it's low, evening the count out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's off the helmet.
Jeez. That's the second one of this game.
And Tavian Latour has been super close at hitting some of these batters here in the top of the fourth. Eventually does hit Backman, who's now at first. So Joe Mancini, the other one that was hit. On the outside for ball one. And that one's fouled back into the stands. It's a 1-1 count.
Boy, there is a kid that has just been chasing all of these around. He's having a blast.
And that's an out. Miles Lawrence firing it over to first base to get Liam Backman, who was way off the bag.
Yeah, he was drifting too far.
And so Joe Mancini will lead things off. The next time Cheverus comes up with a clean balls and strikes, but it's a 3-out clean inning for Tavian Latour. And so after 3.5 complete, it's Cheverus 0, Deering 0. And here we go for the bottom of the fourth. Gus Groh leading things off. Last time out, struck out swinging. It's outside for ball one. Getting signs from third base coach. And that's ripped up the middle. So Gus Groh getting a leadoff single for Deering. Finn Ridge now at the plate. Struck out looking.
Well, and that's a good start towards what I was saying last half inning. The way Tavion's been pitching, they just need one run.
And safe on that one. And the way A.J. Latour is throwing that over to first, I don't know if you want to test him. And not far enough on the throw for Groh to get over to second.
Yeah, and with nobody out, like you're saying, you really need to be careful in a 0-0 game that nothing bad happens when you're on the bags.
And it was a bunt attempt by Ridge, pulling it back. It's a 1-0 count. And it's a timeout. I'm checking on to see if he went on the bunt attempt. Groh not as big of a lead since the first pickoff attempt. And the bunt attempt runs Ridge right off the plate.
Well, you know, and this is the part of the game where the batter's trying to give himself up, and you're making it too easy for him to get on.
And that's a pop-up foul.
I mean, I know he's trying to move the runner over to second, but if he's willing to give himself up for an out, just get the ball over the plate.
It's a 2-1 count. And Groh getting back. And a swing and a miss. So Finn Ridge not bunting on that one. So it's a 2-2 count. One on, no outs. And outside, forcing the full count.
And no one warming up for Cheverus.
And it's a swing and a miss for strike three. So one away here, bringing up Cal Day.
The Rams center fielder, number 3, Cal Day.
And A.J. Latour stepping off the mound. Swing and a miss for strike one. And it's a timeout by Day.
A little bit of cat and mouse going on all over the field here.
And Missing him on that one.
I mean, the Cheverus side is not happy that some of these are really close, but the umpire is a little bit closer.
That is, had him leaning on that one, but Grow able to get back.
I mean, the umpire's got a good view of the runner getting back in there. So,
and that one's ripped into left field. Grow gonna try to get there, and it's by Matt Baker. And so both runners advancing on the throw. So it's going to be I would put that as a single and advancing on the throw.
You know, and once again, the third baseman for Cheverus is had an opportunity. This time, though, the throw didn't get to him. Had an opportunity to get the runner out.
Liam Brunel at the plate. Infield in. It's a swing and a miss. Grounded out to the pitcher last time out.
Well, with the infield is all in, he's just got to place this ball, maybe even up the middle.
And it's fouled. 0-2 count.
Boy, Darren's best opportunity is right here.
Gus Grow at third, Cal Day at second. And it's a swing and a miss for strike three. That's the second K this inning, fourth overall for A.J. Latour.
Oh, boy.
And Tavian Latour can help himself out here with two in scoring position. Anything in the outfield will score both.
Oh, come on.
And it's an intentional walk.
That's it. I have to say, that right there is a little bit of a bragging right at the dinner table tonight because they were afraid to pitch to him, regardless of what the outcome would have been. So I'd say there's one check mark in Tavion's corner on this game so far.
Yadier Lourdes Flores. And that gets by. And Grow will score. And so it does not matter about the batter when the pitch is wild.
Well, you know, and here's the best thing about baseball is you pitch around and you still give up a run.
In there for strike one. So Deering getting their first run of the season here in the bottom of the fourth. And outside, it's a 2-1 count.
That's the one thing about baseball. It's unforgiving in moments. Drop a foul ball, the batter gets a base hit. Intentional walk, wild pitch.
That one's down the middle for strike two. It's a 2-2 count. Lourdes Flores having a chance to break this game wide open. And it's hit out to Backman, who will track it for the third out. But Deering getting the important run, which gives them the lead. It's their first run of the season. And if that one run stands as the winning run with the way Tavian Latour is pitching, but Cheverus still has many more outs to work with. So we'll see if Cheverus can either tie or get the lead, or if Deering can hold on to it. But after four complete, it's Deering 1, Cheverus 0. And here we go for the top of the fifth. Joe Mancini leading things off. Was at the plate in the top of the fourth and gets another crack at an at-bat. And they have for strike one. It's a 1-1 count. It's low and outside for ball two. That one drops in there for strike two. And it's ball three. And just like the last half inning, Tavian Latour making things work, and that curves on the outside part of the plate for strike three. So that's K number 6 on the game so far for Tavian Latour. And Tavian Latour is now in a rhythm. He is not wasting any seconds firing that ball over the plate. That one curves on the inside part with Jackson Holmes at the plate. 0-2 on the day so far, 2 Ks. And that's barely tipped. As you could hear the little ping from up here. It's in. That's a low and outside pitch, 1-2 count. That one is tipped. So Holmes staying alive. And a swing and a miss for strike three. And so that's now 7 Ks for Tavian Latour, bringing up Nate Collins. And it's a pop-up. Latour, and it drops in there for trying to find it's number 12.
That was number 12 at the plate.
The center fielder, number 4, Reese Stamaris.
So is that a pinch hitter?
And that one's popped up for Reese Stamaris. And that one having to be run down by Zeke DeWeaver. And so that ends the inning here on the Cheverus half. And stranding a runner. And we'll figure out who number 12 is. Not sure. It's not on the roster. And so we'll get you that when we come back. But after 4.5 complete, it's Deering 1, Cheverus 0. And we're back, leading things off for Deering, Miles Lawrence, and Mitchell Brewer was the batter that reached first on the pop-up in the infield.
Yeah, he was pinch hitting for the shortstop, number 21. Just wanted to kind of get that straightened out.
Last time up, Lawrence popping it up to shortstop. That's into left field. Mancini will run it down. So that brings up John Bouchard.
The third baseman, number 22, John Bouchard.
It's in there for strike one. That one's popped up. And calling everyone off is Devin Kelly for the second out. So 2 away. Bring up Zeke DeWeaver. One and two on the day for DeWeaver. Up high for ball one.
See, you can see how much the wind is blowing. That hat took off, sort of like Frosty's hat.
It drops in there for strike one. 1-1 count. And that one's going to be caught by Jackson Holmes, running backwards and getting to it. Even though the wind is howling, it must have not gone far enough up to catch the wind stream. But nonetheless, it is a 1-2-3 inning for Cheverus. And so after 5 complete, it's Deering 1, Cheverus 0. Here we go for the top of the sixth. Leading things off is Devin Kelly, 0-2 so far this game. Outside for ball one. And it's a pop-up. And it's caught by Tavian Latour.
So crow.
And that wind forcing him to make a unbelievable catch.
The catcher, number
That's
22, Liam Kalikowski.
Trying to make the top 10 plays of the day on a straight up the chute pop-up with this wind.
Liam Kalikowski now batting. And
did it hit him?
That's going to hit him. 0-2 on the day. Now add a hit by pitch. That's the third on the day for Tavian Latour.
And we're going to have a pinch runner. Number 1.
It's Jack Fenton on first base. Pinch running for Liam Kalikowski.
Don, pinch runner, number 1.
Running for Kalikowski at first base.
AJ Latour will take the first one over the plate. AJ Latour 0-2. That one's inside, 1-1 count.
And he looks fearless over there, knowing that A run has been thrown out.
And it's ball 2. That one's ripped by DeWeaver, and so that's going to put 2 on with 1 out.
Boy, that was ripped.
So getting his first hit of the day, A.J. Latour puts Cheverus in a good position.
Well, I think the bragging rights just took another turn.
So another pinch hitter is number 13, Matthew Reed, for Matt Baker. In there for strike 1, and Lawrence letting that go to his right, moving up Fenton.
Well, infield's got to come in now. I mean, the second baseman and shortstop are still playing deep. They got to come in.
It's in a double play scenario to end the inning. In there for strike 2. And 1 strike away from getting the second out. And just outside for ball 1. Tying run 90 feet away, and Jack Fenton. A.J. Latour at first. That one is a foul tip for strike 3.
All right. Third baseman can back up a little bit now.
The right fielder, number 7, Liam Backman.
So that's number 8 on the day for Tavian Latour. Liam Backman at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count. And it's a time by Backman. That one's popped up. Will it stay in play? And it does. But Brunel not able to read it in that wind stream.
Yeah. And this is where you give the batter a second chance. You're going to have to be careful now.
It's a 1-2 count. And it's up high. A.J. Latour taking second. So 2 runners in scoring position. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and it's outside.
Yeah, and the number of pitches for Latour have to be piling up here.
So see if we can get this out. And up high, we'll see how many more batters Tavian Latour goes. Looking in.
And this might be it. The coach is heading out.
The left fielder, number 2,
Let's see.
Joe Mancini.
We'll have to see here what they do. Outfielders have stayed in the outfield, so no one's coming in to relief pitch.
And did he grab the... Not sure.
Yeah,
and it's
here it
going to be a
comes.
pitching change. And so we'll be back with all of the fielding changes. And
So we have a number of changes.
so coming in to relieve Tavian Latour is Cal Day. And 3 fielding changes. Tavian Latour now is at shortstop. Zeke DeWeaver moving from shortstop to left field. And Finn Ridge is now in center field.
And coming in from the outfield to pitch, to bases loaded and 2 out. It's a big spot.
It's Joe Mancini. It's up high for ball 1. You have Fenton at third, AJ Latour at second, and Liam Backman at first. It's a 2-0 count. There it's the pitch over the plate. 2-1 count. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Oof.
So Deering 1 strike away from getting out of this inning.
Two's a wild. Batter number 2's up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So we've had a 1 and a 2.
And that's ball 3.
Oh my! Yeah, but you know the funny thing about it is it almost ended up over the plate.
It's a 3-2 count. Bases loaded, and it's foul tipped, almost caught by Miles Lawrence. And
you talk about that close to ending an inning. But he was smart. He ended up putting his foot on the home plate just in case the umpire called that a fair ball.
Pitch is a walk, and it ties things up here.
Yeah, those foul tips that you can't hold on to.
And so it brings up Jackson Holmes. And fouled back.
Jackson Holmes.
And what has Holmes done so far this game?
It's 0-3 with 3 Ks on the day. Would be huge here for Cheverus. And that drops over for strike 2. And that's hit Latour, and not sure where that hit. That's going to score another run.
Wow. I mean, I'm trying to watch through this little screen. Could he have gone to second with that ball?
Think that's tough.
I mean, that was a long way across the plate.
So runners on the corners.
The batter is number 12, Mitchell Brewer.
Mitchell Brewer at the plate. Fouled back. And Holmes taking second.
on. 2-1.
It's a 2-1 count. And that's popped up into shallow left. And it's caught by DeWeaver. But 3 come across the plate for Cheverus. And they take the lead here in going into the bottom of the 6th. And so after 5.5 complete, it's Cheverus 3, Deering 1. Here we go for the bottom of the 6th. Gus Grow leading things off.
21, Gus Grow.
And it's fouled back.
Skies have darkened here in Portland. Cloud cover is coming in. Cooling off.
It's a 1-1 count. That's ripped, and it's going to be a unassisted out by Devin Kelly. So that's 1 away. Deering now losing, down to 5 outs left to play to see if they can tie or take the lead. Finn Ridge at the plate is 0-2 with 2 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. It's fouled back.
It's definitely cooled off.
And it's a time. And just missing the plate.
That one was pretty darn close.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away. Cal Day is now batting. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Cal Day is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. It's fouled back. Quick 0-2 count. And it's low in the dirt for ball 1. fouled back to stay alive. And it's a foul ball. And it's a time called. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for A.J. Latour. And so after 6 complete, it's Cheverus 3, Deering 1.
All right, so Seth, the play-by-play is stepped away for a second. So here we are in the top of the 7th inning. Cheverus up at the plate, and it's number 4. And I'm running the camera, so I can't. Let me just reach over here and see what he has. Number 4 is Reese Damaris. And it's a 2-1 count.
It's a 3-1 count. And it's a leadoff walk for Reese Damaris.
The first baseman, number 9, Devin Kelly.
And that brings up Devin Kelly.
Keep our eye on the runner at first.
Up high. In there for strike 1. And it's a pop-up. And it's Finn Ridge will get the first out.
Yeah, runner made it back. He kept his eye out on where that ball was going. Smart move.
And Liam Kelikowski will be at the plate.
Whoa.
And it's behind Kelikowski. And it's going to be a throw. And not in time. Great throw, but just not enough speed on the throw.
I mean, it was in the right place.
Damaris will be at second on a stolen base. It's a 2-0 count. In there for strike 1. And that one is Latour, and he fires it over to get the out.
Play at shortstop
Oh,
by
my
Fabian
goodness.
Latour.
That's going to move over Reese Damaris, but get the second out of the inning.
Well, and that's what he tried to do the last time that Cheverus came up with some runs. That was a beauty.
A.J. Latour now at the plate. And that pitch runs him off the plate. On the outside part of the plate, it's a 1-1 count. And that's hit into right field. Gus Groh coming in to get the third out. And so stranding one at third, but Cheverus still leads things here going into the bottom of the seventh. And so after 6.5 complete, it's Cheverus 3, Deering 1. Here we go for the bottom of the seventh. 3 outs away for Cheverus winning. Liam Brunel will start things off for Deering. Up high for ball 1. A.J. Latour back on the mound trying to complete this game. It's inside for ball 2. It's up high for ball 3. And that's popped up, and it's in play. That looked like it was going to head towards the stands, but the wind is still whipping the flag in center field pretty good. Anything that is slowly popped up is going to drift. So 3-1 count. And that one's popped up. And it's ranging all the way in. Reese Damaris coming in to get the out. So Deering down to 2 outs. Tavian Latour now up 0-2 on the day with a walk. It's up high for ball 1.
Ooh.
And
Geez, he didn't swing at that, right?
no.
Wow, something's going on. He didn't even swing at that. He come up to the plate.
Looks like his left hand.
That was weird.
And that's
And he's still shaking at it. He might have got a cramp.
well, I'm wondering if all that swing and a miss. Yeah, he's flexing that left hand. That's his glove hand, so I'm not sure if it's from the pitching or
Oh, it could have been that play at short. Maybe just the way he dove for it, he could have done something to his thumb.
it's a 2-2 count. And A.J. Latour stepping off. And that's in there for strike 3.
Well, looks like the bragging rights tonight are going with the younger brother.
The Deering second baseman, number 27, Yadier Lorda Flores.
And that brings up Yadier Lorda Flores with 2 away. It's a foul ball. High. It's a 1-1 count. It's outside. 2-1 count. That's outside for ball 3. We'll see if he swings on this one. He does. It's into center. Cheverus will get underneath it, and that ends the ball game. And so Cheverus comes away with the victory here in this game at Delta Dental Park.
Yeah, it was a really good game there until the 6th inning. It's still a really good game. It just a little bit got away from Deering there in the top of the 6th, but you know, both pitchers pitched well.
Yeah, it's both pitchers did pitch well, but I think the pitch count caught up with Tavian Latour, and he had to be taken out of the game with the rules in high school baseball. You can't go over a certain amount of pitches. But he also pitched on Friday of last week, so it's probably going to be a little bit before we see Tavian Latour pitch again. But hats off to A.J. Latour in his complete game here. But he'll get the win, and Tavian Latour will get the loss. He was counted for all 3 runs that came across, and so
yeah, and it's just the thing though for both of these teams is they're still not scoring a lot of runs so far this season, so they really got to work on their offense and their hitting a little bit more as time goes on.
Yeah, and it's a great win for Cheverus to get momentum going in the right direction. Deering with a better game at the plate, not striking out as much, and that could change to the next game, and just reading the pitch once it is released by the pitcher. But tough one for Deering here, dropping to 0-2 on the season. They had it until that 6th inning unraveled pretty quickly. I mean, there's things you can take away from this game, things that you can improve on, but they've definitely, from game 1 to 2, Deering has improved on the offensive side. But they had 3 errors on the day, and
one of them was costly.
So, I mean, we'll we'll see where Deering goes from here, but it's a back to the drawing boards type game. And so Cheverus, their next game is at home against Biddeford, and Deering's next game is at Marshwood, both on Thursday. But we'll see if Deering can get a win there. But it's a great win for Cheverus. Learning experience for Deering. Both teams trying to rebuild their programs. But we'll see. But again, AJ Latour with a full game performance here at Delta Dental Park, getting the win. Cheverus winning this one on a scoreline of 3-1. Saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying good night.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you again.